When building a floating raft hydroponic system, one mistake people often make is drilling their foam board incorrectly and ending up with ragged holes and wasted growing media. In this video, I'll show you a simple trick that gives you clean holes every time and helps you build a durable floating raft for your deepwater culture system. In this example, I'm replacing the floating foam board for my indoor deepwater raft system. The board I'm replacing lasted about 3 years, which is typical for this type of setup. The material I'm using is a 4x8 sheet of 3/4 inch expanded polystyrene rigid foam insulation that I purchased from Lowe's for about $15. This particular product is Dow's PolyPro rigid foam board, available in their building department. But you may also see similar boards such as Owens Corning Formular. These sheets are typically available in 4x8, 4x4, and 4x7 sizes, and in thicknesses ranging from about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch. I recommend using a 3/4 inch or thicker foam board for 2 reasons. First, thicker foam boards are more durable and less likely to crack when you lift them out of the water for maintenance. Second, the small air gap that's left on the thicker boards between the bottom of the net cup and the water surface is beneficial because it encourages the roots to grow downward into the nutrient solution and helps the plant from becoming oversaturated early in its growth. If you need to cut the foam board to size, I suggest using a sharp razor knife and a straight edge, and make several light passes rather than trying to cut through the board in one stroke. I also suggest cutting on the smooth finished face of the board rather than on the backside in order to get the cleanest edge. Before drilling the holes, it's helpful to mark out a grid pattern so that your plants have enough room between them to grow. For most leafy greens like lettuce and basil, a 6 to 8 inch spacing is ideal. Larger plants like kale or Swiss chard could take 10 to 12 inches. With lettuce spacing, I typically grow 40 to 50 plants on a single 4x8 raft board. To drill the plant holes, I'm using a cordless drill with a hole saw, in this case a 2-inch hole saw. When doing it, it's important to drill the holes properly, and to do so, set your drill into reverse. If you drill the holes in a forward direction, the teeth on the hole saw are aggressive and they'll result in taking chunks out of your foam, leaving very ragged holes. When you drill in reverse, the hole saw still cuts easily, but it produces much cleaner and smoother holes. Another helpful trick is to place a piece of scrap wood or other piece of foam or something like that underneath the location in which you're drilling. And when you do that, the pilot drill bit will go all the way through and you'll be able to get a nice clean hole. As you drill the holes, I'd periodically brush away or vacuum any loose foam particles so they don't end up floating around in your nutrient reservoir. With a simple sheet of insulation foam, a drill, and a hole saw, you can quickly create a durable floating raft that will support dozens of plants in deepwater culture system and last for several growing seasons. If you'd like free plans for building hydroponic systems like this, visit hydroponicplans.com, where I've posted step-by-step guides to help people grow healthy food at home using simple hydroponic methods. Thanks for watching.